Snow has finally reached the northeast quarter of the U.S. I wish I could get a video of it, but the school wouldn't let me, and by the time I would be able to run outside, literally 5 minutes later, the snow had stopped. There's kind of some evidence of snow on those leaves, but as you can tell, it's pretty hard to pick up any evidence there was snow. So of course there was no accumulation. Accumulation of snow, that did not happen in this snow event. But this really does begin the process of kicking off winter. Today could be our first day with our high constrained in the 40s, in the 30s, actually, because last Saturday when I thought it was going to happen, it did wind up touching 40 degrees. There's certainly a potential for us to be stuck in the 30s. Last year, that didn't happen until like early December. Not sure of the exact date, so it's pretty interesting to see how we're already getting a jump ahead of last winter, because last winter we didn't see our first trace until December 12th, and while on the 12th we did see accumulation in some areas didn't, but all in all signs point to a better winter. However, there are of course qualms with the look at. It's going to be cold in this period. No more moisture is expected though, so pretty much the lack of snow that we got and the probably trace of precipitation that was picked up as well. Yep. It's gonna be dry, and when it stops being so dry, it's going to warm pretty much right back up into the upper 40s for the potential rains that's like on the weekend or something like that. And then Monday it's gonna rain pretty badly. But by that point, temperatures could jump into the low, mid, or if we get so much warmer, possibly the upper 50s. And it's going to be so warm that we're expecting it to still be in the mid 40s by midnight. So we're not exactly expecting snow there either. December snow is going to be tough even with the negative NAO. Because of just the combinations and all that stuff. That's, again, a little bit of evidence of snow. It's going to be tough for us to really get our hand on any December snow. They're saying January and February look active, but of course we have that snow-induced that PTSD from last winter and it's starting to come over where the models are forecasting snow, but snow isn't happening for whatever reason. It's happened multiple times now. They're saying it's going to snow. We don't actually get the snow that they say, that we're going to get. It's literally what's happened last winter when you really begin to think about it with this. It's that, same effect. Last winter was the least snowy winter on record in New York and also in Baltimore. Baltimore got 0.2 inches of snow from the light snow event on February 1st. So literally a third of an inch of snow, and they've already beaten last winter's snowfall. New York City got 2.3 inches, which is below our previous record of 2.8 inches for our least snowy winter. And if we don't see another 1 inches of snow by the end of the year, by January 1st, it's going to be 2023 will also be our least snowy calendar year on record. Because so far in the calendar year, we've only seen 2.3 inches, and we will need to have some snow in December. And even though I've seen people saying that, a December with a below average December and snow seems unlikely, I am not trusting that one bit. Because what I see is that it's going to be this pattern where every single time it rains, it gets warmer. Until we have a pattern holding down cold air. Now, what I will say made snow last winter, difficult was obviously the insane warmth of the winter. December was cold and wet, but it didn't align that's annoying, and we could see some of that early on in the winter. But if January's lowest temperature on month is 28 degrees, it freezes exactly 4 times during the month, and we only see 3 days with a high in the 30s. Our coldest high is 38 and our coldest low is 28, and they occur on separate days. One has to really wonder as to, one has to really wonder how you're gonna get snow in that. You really can't. Hence why only a trace of snow fell. And as for the month of February, another warm month where, again, we only got snow because we kind of, to be honest, got lucky at the end. And March, coldest temperature is 29, coldest high is 38. March tried really hard to give us snow and to save our winter, but it could not overcome the sun angle, and that's when our winter became a lost cause. I know it's due all the semantics of this one nor'easter, but the fact that we relied on one nor'easter to have a decent snowfall in winter is really more of the evidence of the same, suggesting how depressing snowfall was last winter. Like, the evidence just goes on and on. It was a very, very poor winter for snowfall across the entire metropolitan area. Bridgeport also saw the least snowy winter with 4.9 inches of snow. And many of the other sites in New York City got second or third for their least snowy winter. So, it was a very, very, very poor period for winter. There was pretty much no good snow. Now, there is an entire winter ahead of us. That is true. So we have to have hope for snow throughout it all. It's really not until, again, the middle of March that we can really give up hope for snow. So we still have 3.5 months of winter ahead of us. But it's already not looking good. I mean, I would want to see a cold and wet period entrenched, or maybe a period so cold that when moisture comes, it kind of has to at least deliver something, because 2 winters ago in 2021-22, we had a day that had a low of like 10 degrees in the morning and then mostly rain, but we did get 0.8 inches of snow. So if we can actually have some moisture mixed in, that would be nice. Obviously, as we know, a nor'easter is the best, but you cannot always rely on such a powerful storm to occur. You could just get lucky with a system that happens to come to our south that also could pass by snow, but actually multiple inches worth. Getting snow isn't hard, you just need the ingredients, but that's not that hard for a city this far north. So again, today was a failure, but we're already on an earlier jump to last winter. I think that this winter has the potential to be a good one. Maybe it'll show how we need to appreciate snowfall more, but we also have to look at these borderline snow events, and because if it's gonna kind of hover around freezing, it's hard to exactly get snow, but we are now in snow season, so we'll just have to hope that it can accumulate this year.